Within 2 months, it will be illegal for a doctor in Arizona to perform most abortions in that state. That doctor could even face up to 5 years in prison if convicted. Now, this comes after a ruling from Arizona's Supreme Court to enforce an abortion ban dating back to the Civil War. It would make nearly all abortions illegal and does not account for rape or incest. It only allows for an abortion if the mother's life is at risk. Arizona's Attorney General says she will not prosecute anyone who is in violation of this law. There was an attempt to get signatures for an initiative to go on the November ballot to codify reproductive rights in the state. Many experts say the abortion ruling in Arizona will cause more harm to sexual assault survivors.
And they say it will also have a huge impact on future victims. Christiana Ramos spoke with a lawyer who has concerns for her clients.
How do I tell them that there's justice? How do I tell these 15-year-olds that anyone, anywhere in this country cares about them?
Lynn Cadigan has been a sexual abuse attorney in Tucson for the last 38 years. After a bombshell ruling in Arizona put in place one of the country's strictest anti-abortion laws, she says sexual assault survivors are no longer safe in Arizona. The state Supreme Court decision reinstating a law put in place more than 160 years ago criminalizes nearly all abortions and makes no exceptions for rape or incest, only to save the mother's life.
You can never get control over your body if your body isn't yours. And that's exactly what this law says. This law says your body is not yours, it belongs to the rapist. And that is obscene.
Wednesday, Republicans in the Arizona legislature shot down a bill that could have begun the process of repealing the law. Governor Katie Hobbs calling the move, quote, unconscionable. The extremist Republican majority had the chance to do the right thing for their constituents, and they failed, end quote. Arizona State House Representative Betty Villegas also speaking out.
We really just wanted to repeal it. We weren't looking at the political gain. We were looking at what was right for Arizona women.
Once the law goes into effect, doctors or anyone could face prison time up to 5 years for performing the procedure. Cadigan says forcing victims to give birth to a child born from rape or incest will cause more trauma.
They never were allowed to feel safe in their own body. They were raped by fathers, they're raped by strangers. And the impact on my clients, it will be horrific. I think there's going to be suicides, there's going to be runaways.
That was Christiana Ramos reporting.